Greetings, everyone. Before I get into this video, let me start out by saying the positive things. The person I'm about to address, I just want to say that I really admire her as a mother. I admire her as Jamaican. I admire the fact that, she's goal oriented and she's ambitious. No one can take that from Chrissy. Okay? So let's get that out of the way. Now, when you talk to individuals, especially influencers, and you're not telling them what they want to hear, they tend to see you as a hater. Well, if she wants to see this and feel that I'm a hater, so let it be. I'm not. But I want to say this. Chrissy, there's so many people rooting for you and praying for you. So many people understand, some of the things that are going on because people certainly act like they know you and know exactly what's happening in your life, but they don't. But what you're showing us out here, people can figure out a lot of things. Okay. And I am going to say that I'm not going to allow you and CMR to continue to deceive people with the storyline. Okay. We know it's entertainment for some people, but there are people who actually love you, Chrissy. There are some older women who are agonizing about what they perceive to be your pain and suffering. A lot of these women who are talking about the affairs and so on and so forth are angry because the truth is they're deflecting. Some of them are experiencing it too. So for you and your husband to be sharing your story out here, it's almost like traumatic to a lot of people. There are individuals who are happy that you're supposedly having these problems because they didn't really like you. But if truth be told, on this day, I want to say to you that though your storyline might have come out and you might have been hurt in the very beginning, and you have decided to capitalize on the storyline, I'm going to break it down for the people. First and foremost, the story with what the young girl, whatever her name is, Cassie, and Shani, the whole second episode is fabricated. Okay, you guys have people, which is good for them because they have nothing better to do than to be agonizing over people that they don't know nothing about. The the people need to understand that if CMR had cheated on his wife and was sorry for doing that, you would not be seeing him on the internet. That is not a normal behavior for a man who had an affair on his wife with these young girls, to be entertaining these young girls, calling them all convenient in a time like this when this man who is the best of the best when it comes to social media, creating a platform that's almost like a television series, and this person caught himself in trouble with his wife, with infidelity according to them, and conveniently has all these voice notes going out, and conveniently stays in touch with the people who he has hurt his wife with. Does that make any sense? And all these voice note talking about this infidelity and him being on everybody's platform. That is not the behavior or the action of somebody who had an affair and their marriage is falling apart. People, wake up. Now, there's so many people who are capitalizing on this storyline, of course, and I understand to a certain extent why they would say to themselves, well, if anybody should be making money on it, it should be us. So the last story with the other girl being pregnant and the other girl having the affair with him for 2 years, oh, they know a lot of persons are going to run with it. They know that a lot of persons are going to be happy that they're having this problem. So they're saying the joke is on you guys. But here's what I want to say to you, Chrissy. You cannot play with God. You can't serve God and mammon. Have you ever heard that storyline? Listen, what you speak, what you project, what you put out there is an incantation. Every word that you utter and you have some beautiful children, and you want to bring them into this storyline, into this movie episode, a Netflix series. Stop playing with God, or your blessings are going to be taken away from you. Your blessings, you cannot say to yourself, oh, let me just grab the bag. Let me just run with it, because money is not everything. Well, we know you got your bills, darling. You got to do what you got to do. But remember, there are consequences. Everything we do, everything we say has consequences. And the storyline you're putting out here is to say, it doesn't matter how doggish my husband is. It doesn't matter what he does. I am forgiving. Wonderful. Great for you. But it's time now. We don't want to hear nothing more about your husband Stumper and his exploitations or his adventures. Stumper putting his teely weely into the teapots or into the garden or into the soil of all these young girls, because it's sending a wrong message that it is okay for married men to exploit young girls. It's okay for married men to prey on vulnerable girls. And when we say vulnerable, that word is being abused. It doesn't matter. Some people, Shani, seem like somebody who has some mental health problems. So, everybody, and we see the dirty Jamaican society that condones men having a fear and blaming the young girl. Young girl should know better. But sometimes desperation causes people to go out and do things that they normally wouldn't do. These are young girls, 18. So nobody wants to celebrate the fact, Chrissy, that you're forgiving your husband. What we're looking at, based on your storyline, is that this young man is no different from those men who exploit young girls. That's not a good look. It's not a good storyline. You don't want to run with this anymore. What is showing him to be is a person who exploits young girls. So if I were you, I'd come up with another storyline, because this one is teetering and is causing people who have sense to look through their eyes. And you think you might be gaining more fans, but you're going to lose so much more because of this thing that you're doing. Okay? Everybody empathize with you. Well, most people. And a lot of persons know that what you said in the beginning, or what was unfolding in the beginning, was ordained. But we're saying it's time for you to put an end to this storyline. It's not nice. It's not pretty. Now, let's just say this was a true life experience and you decided to capitalize on it. It is your business to do. But it's not every storyline is worth pursuing, especially when you have a beautiful family, young kids, young girls. It is causing all kind of persons to open their mouth and say negative things about you and yours. And you don't think they have power? They got power. So today you might be laughing behind closed doors, you and your, cohort. But you've put it out there now. And the old world see it now. And you might be benefiting from it now. But if truth be told, the negatives that have been out in the atmosphere, you better go cleanse your body, mind, and spirit. Because now you've opened Pandora box, and now you've opened these gateways for things to come. Be careful, young lady. And as for the people who are watching this family, and you're going live and you're getting so excited, you don't care about them. You don't care about them at all. You're just happy that all these horrible things are happening to them. But they're laughing at you. None of you should open your mouth and speak on this one more time. Don't talk about them, whether it's good or bad. Just move on. There's so many things going on in the world right now. There's so many people who are desperately crying out for help. We could put our attention there. Chrissy and her husband is okay. Chrissy is going to forever stay and ride with her man. We got it. For those who are hurt by this, healing to them. And to those two young girls who have taken money to continue to play out the saga, get a life and do something with your life, okay? This whole thing has been a nasty, representation of family life, okay? And as I said before, in the interim or the beginning with the Shani situation, that could be legit. But the last episodes that they have revealed with all these thing and all these apologies and all this fakery and all these efferys, it's all a sham. A big sham. Okay? And as I said before, Chrissy, you cannot play with God. You can't.